I'm D.
And that's Miss Sophia. So, we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves to let our viewers know a little bit about us. So, we've been married
29 years.
29 long. Oh, it seems like just yesterday. It don't seem like 29. Um, yeah, 29 years. So we're out camping. We camp a lot. Well, we van camp. We have a four-wheel drive van that we take camping, and it has a king-size bed in it, and our food and cooler and stuff like that, where we can cook and stuff. But I was young and almost 17 when we met, and I met him in a club. Long time ago. So what makes you enjoy camping so much? Because you love dragging me out in these woods.
It's just relaxing and calm down here, and get away from all the hustle and bustle, and just get our little campsite set up and decompress for a couple days.
Yeah. Return to God.
Yep.
Get God back in yourself, because Lord, we need it. So I am a housewife. I'm retired, and he still works. He's a computer guy, so when it comes to technical things, I have no clue. I have no clue about nothing. I don't even get on a computer anymore. And everything's changed so much. I go to get on a computer, and then I gotta call him and say, how do I do this or how do I do that? And he gets aggravated. And technology to me has taken away some values and family and time together. And even though technology brings me on with you all and showing you all cooking, canning, different things I do, or we do, because you love to grill. What's your favorite thing to grill?
Hamburger.
Hamburger?
I like grilled hamburger. I mean, I like making pulled pork and brisket.
Yeah, but you had said hamburger. That's a pretty generic term.
Everybody loves a good hamburger.
I'd be like me saying, oh, my favorite thing to cook is water.
Yeah, it's hard to be a good hamburger.
Yeah. But I've learned how to cook through who I call my grandparents and my granny and his grandma and your mom and my mom. My mom don't cook much though. She used to. She don't anymore. My sister. So a lot of people in my family cook, but we cook very southern, I would think. I don't cook the norm foods.
Everything. Trying new things and stuff.
Well, I like everything from scratch. I don't like to go and buy a box of this and throw it in a pot and say, oh, I cooked this, because technically you just warmed it up. But I like making my own bread and my own pies from scratch, using my pie crust, using family recipes, whether they come from my family or his family, which was kind of neat because we found a cookbook from your great grandma.
I think it was, I don't know, it might have been Grandma Lemker's. I'm not sure.
No, it was older than that, because it was printed in 1901.
Yeah, but it had a signature, a little signature inside of there, and it was from 1950, and it said, "From my loving husband" or something,
Then that would be
and
Grandma
something
Mary.
1950. But the book itself was actually published in 1901,
Yeah.
so you know those had
So maybe
old recipes in there for
yeah,
sure.
maybe Grandpa got it from his mom or something.
Mm-hmm.
But finding
Yeah.
cookbooks back in that day, original, is very hard to find the authentic
Yeah, it was called the Old
cookbooks.
Settlement Cookbook.
Yeah, they tell you how to cook everything, beans and rice and
Yeah, and said something about the ways to a man's heart or something like that. Old Settlement Cookbook, and then it said something about all the ways to a man's heart. I don't know.
well,
So
some
it was,
people say the way a man's heart's to go through his stomach.
but
What's
yeah, it was basically supposed to give you everything you'd need to be able to cook any kind of meal. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you're having, guests come over, all that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
I've had cocktail mixes in it and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but people always say the way of a man's heart's through his stomach.
Right. Yeah.
Well, to me, the fastest way through a man's heart is to go through his chest and grab it. Um, but he eats. I don't starve him. But sometimes we make meals, and that feeds us for 2 days, sometimes 3. And we do eat leftovers because we don't waste. Waste not, want not.
Yeah, a lot of times we just cook a, whether it's a big pot of soup or something
Oh, I got
that
it.
lasts us all week. Like
Yeah.
chili, big giant pot of chili.
But that's why they see me making rolls or
Mm-hmm.
Miss Gracie is my neighbor, and she's been our neighbor for 29 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. It's been so long, but she's more like family, and we help her out. She's an elderly woman, but she's got a sweet tooth. So if I make pies or breads or cookies or candy, I always send her over some because Miss Gracie loves that home style cooking. She says it reminds her of her mama's cooking. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I use lard. I use
Bacon grease. Well, you
bacon
can't really
grease,
anymore because it hurts you.
gout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have gout. So, um, but to me, it's not worth. I'd rather have the pain than I would have tasting something that's nasty. And I know the old tried and
butter, heavy cream.
yeah, that's why I'm fat like this. I use a lot of butter and a lot of cream. Make my own whipped cream. I sew and I crochet and you grill and you eat. He's the one that bought them. Yeah, forgive me for the noise that's going. There is a gravel road back there and people are going up and down it. He used to play drums, congas and bongos and timbales and drum set, and he used to play drums in a few bands around the Cincinnati area. He's been to New York and he's been all over playing drums at one point. But me seeing the States is through this camping van because I don't like to fly. If God wanted me in the air, He'd put wings on me. And I love to swim, but I can't swim across the ocean. And I don't trust boats. But that's a little bit about us.
Yep, we just got here last night. Got all our camp set up, and had a fire and
roasted some marshmallows.
Did roasted marshmallows, and we just got up this morning, fixed some breakfast. Got our camp stove out here.
And I got the camp stove and
just enjoying the morning in the shade here. It's nice. This whole area we're in.
Yeah, you forgot my cast iron pan so I could cook on the fire.
Yeah.
So we're up to this old gas propane stove. Thank God we have that in the van. Our van's set up the way if we need to go somewhere, we can go, and we got food in it. So, but I have to remember to pull my cast iron out and put it in the van because he put it in the grill and.
Yeah, well, we're getting a one of those a Dutch oven.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Dutch oven that's coming weak.
Cook on the fire. I mean,
I have a Dutch oven.
Yeah, we got a little portable Weber 18-inch Weber grill that we bring sometimes, but she wants to try the Dutch oven on the campfire. And I got another little handheld handheld grill that I used. I've used a few times now. That works pretty good.
Well, we've
cooking a hamburger over the fire. Or
we've
steak.
cooked over a fire before.
Yeah.
When we first started doing this, that's all we did was cook over fire. Because we didn't have the grill and all that. You know, we're not rich by far. We live very limited budget, but getting out and doing things, and it's June the 10th today.
Yeah,
right?
June the 10th supposed to be low 80s and pretty low humidity. I mean, it feels good.
It does feel nice, and y'all, the view that we have is spectacular. Before I shut this video off, I'll flip the camera and let you see. But we're on Indian.
Yep, Indian Creek Road and
at Red River Gorge.
Yep.
So, and Miss Sophia here, as y'all see, she's weird. She drove a lay in the dirt on this expensive pill I bought her, but it was $90.
Yeah.
She's half on it and half off. She's a nut.
Last month we were down here. We went to Coomer Ridge and
campground.
Camped out there
with my sister.
Yeah. And trying to get our camping trips in before it gets too hot out.
Yeah, well, I don't think the heat's going to bother me this year because I'm still cold. Got a garden put in. 32 tomato plants. 6 rows of beans.
Yep, something like that, yeah.
3 rows of peppers. Onions. Kale. Lord, it's too much to mention. So even living in a small area, we've come to be able to grow and raise our own fruits and vegetables. Which has been a good thing. We're quote unquote not preppers, but we're homesteaders, I guess would be the term. We try to grow what we can eat or keep. Whether that be you keep it in a cellar or you keep it in a canning jar. And I love to can. I canned over 1,500 jars last year. And he built me this big room in my basement. I'll have to take y'all down and show you. With huge metal racks. I started out canning and I thought, well, just a little bit here and a little bit there. And here it comes. 1,800 or 1,500 jars, and I had them stacked on the floor, and that stack got to be too tall and too wide, so he built me the room downstairs where it will last for decades. But that's a little bit about us. We have no kids. We have a fur baby. That was about we don't want kids. And now that we're too old, well, that's not going to happen anyway. But we have good nieces and nephews. Mr. T.
Oh yeah.
Mr. T and Little Lou. They both pretty much have the same, let's go camping, let's go fishing, let's go,
Yeah, we got a lot of nieces and nephews. I mean, my brother's got three kids, and my sister's got 5. And
6.
And you got, and
your sister has 6.
Or, And then
she just became a grandma.
And then, yeah, your niece has.
I have a niece and a nephew, and that's it. I have one niece and one great nephew, Mikhail and Mr. T.
Yep.
But we always do get-togethers at our house and family gatherings. So, you know, back in the day, we would go to my grandma's or your mom's, and well, they've passed, and since they've passed, the family just when it stopped. But we still talk to aunts and uncles, and sometimes cousins, but it's sporadic. It's not like it used to be. With technology and cell phones, people would rather talk to you on FaceTime than they would to see you.
Yeah.
Which is okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm old school. Give me a beeper and let's go back to the 80s. I'll give you my beeper number. But on that note, I think we're gonna. Is there anything you wanted to add?
No, we'll probably shoot some more video while we're down here. Maybe go over and check out the creek and.
Right, I'm gonna have edited.
And
that's gonna be a lot of editing, so that might take a bit, y'all. I'm still learning. But thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for watching this video.